Oh, hey, I mean, it was great to get out in front of the home fans, and I think it was great for our guys to be able to get out and play in front of the home fans. And yeah, I think we did a couple things better than what we did in the Baylor scrimmage, so that was good. That's good that they addressed those and took them to heart. I liked how we came out. We came out with great defensive intensity and did a really, really nice job of taking care of the ball, which that was one of the kind of things that I wanted to see improvement on from the Baylor scrimmage.
Graham with 24, 11, 13. Just what was it like to see him kind of have that night, first time in the Gonzaga uniform in front of this crowd?
Yeah, no, listen, that's why we brought him in. He can be kind of a really, really efficient player down there. I think the big thing with him is just he's got to get his wind. Obviously we're going to count on him to play more minutes than he did tonight, but hopefully we can keep kind of building that thing up to where we can get it to 25 and 28 and 30 minutes. So, yeah, he's great. He did a nice job defensively for the most part too, and he's a really, really hard worker, a diligent guy. He cares a lot, and so, gosh, you just want good things to happen for him. So, so far so good. Yeah, you know what? I think it's one of those things when you play with a Nemhart, it becomes contagious, or a Suggs, that like to pass and can really pass. And I think everybody on the roster kind of picks up on it, but listen, so a lot of those guys can't. We got a team that has, nice feel for the game almost all the way across the board. They can really understand how to play, and so that makes it fun.
What did you think of the activity level and the play of some of the newer guys like Dusty?
Dusty was great tonight. I've been pushing pretty hard on him a little bit just to, some freshmen and kind of making some freshman mental errors and stuff like that. He was great. He was really active. I thought he was as good. In the locker room, I complimented him on. I thought he did exactly what we've been looking for him to do. So continue to grow him there, and I think he can continue to show more. He scored it pretty well in high school, and hopefully we can grow that part of his game. But yeah, he's another one of those guys that has a great feel for the game, can really defend, knows how to play. So. Braden can really, really shoot the ball. He can really score the ball, and we've been challenging him to kind of pick it up on the defensive end, especially on the defensive glass and things like that. So I think he's making some strides there.
Coach, what have you seen from June St. Gal and his development over the last months or so with the team?
Hey, June's been fighting, a little bit like Rui was, like a language barrier a little bit, but he's been giving great effort. We've been kind of moving around from 3 to 4 to 4 to 3, kind of back and forth, which I know has been a little bit difficult just because we've had kind of a myriad of injuries and things like that. But he's starting to kind of understand what we expect out of him on defense. And then, offensively, I think hopefully he can give us somewhere he can stretch the floor a little bit. And he's a big, strong guy going downhill. He can finish some plays at the rim. No, listen, that's a scary game. You guys all know what happened to Arizona last year playing Princeton. That was at the end of the year when you had 30 game films and everything on them, and they're picked to win the Ivy. So, if a team from that league can win an NCAA tournament game, against a 2 seed or whatever it was, they have our full attention, and they have their whole team back. So it's not an ideal opener for us, but we'll just deal with the cards that have been dealt, and it's going to be a good challenge for us. They'll be smart, they'll be tough, they're super, super well coached, and looking forward to it. Yeah, no, we tried. Listen, we tried. Just didn't happen.
really old too, aren't they?
They're very old. They're super. I mean, they're picked to win the Ivy, so and they have their whole team back, and you can usually tell when people volunteer to come play here in the kennel. And again, this was left over from last year when Cal and I scheduled that game last so late in the summer. We were scheduled to play Yale on that date, so we had to move them to the next year, and then also Cal was generous enough to play them down in Kentucky last year.
Mark, I think I asked you this years ago, but did you have much interaction with Bob Knight? in the
I
past?
did actually
Okay.
a lot, and just because he had heard I'm a fly fisherman and he was a big fly fisherman, invited me to go to Russia with him a couple times, go to Alaska with him a couple times, meet him in Montana. I'm close with his son Pat. He actually Pat brought out one of his favorite fly rods and gave it to me last fall, which I thought was really, really cool. That his dad wanted me to have. So, yeah,
Did you get on the river with him?
never did. We just the schedules didn't work out, and that's probably a big regret on my part. But yeah, we talked about it a lot and just never figured it out. But yeah, I actually got to spend some time with him post coaching career. We ended up doing a couple Nike clinics together, and would end up in the kind of green room together, just kind of hanging out, talking, and that was fun.
On the court with refs and scoreboards and all that.
Yeah, man, it's a wonderful feeling, just to be under the lights again, playing with such great guys. Truly grateful to be back on that floor, pain-free, man. It's a wonder.
How was your win? Is it still coming back? Does it feel good to get out there and play? I mean, it's only 19 minutes, but do you feel like you're in game shape, or is that going to come after a few more games?
Yeah, I think as the days go on with practice, and just more games, it'll continue to get better, as anything will. But yeah, for tonight, I got the job done, so I'm happy with it.
You guys dominated in paint tonight. Is that somewhere where you think this team could really take advantage of teams throughout the season?
I mean, I think the great thing about our bigs is we push each other in practice, and we got a great room with Ben, Anton, obviously Graham. So I think just the fact that we're able to push each other so hard in practice and go against great competition there, it allows us to be effective in games.
How is it guarding him in practice?
It's terrible. It's not a lot of fun, but I know it's gonna make me better. So there's that. I just keep telling myself that, because when he ducks me in, it's not fun. You definitely feel it.
Graham, being out last year, did you see the game in a different way? Like gain any perspective from watching it on the sideline?
Definitely, like more from like a coach's point of view. Just trying to see things before they happen a little bit, watching a little more film, watching a lot of basketball last year. And that's something that I did a lot while being out. And so, yeah, it just only expanded my love for the game and just my sight for the game.
How are you doing with your foot? Does it bother you, or is it just
Nah,
that
man.
you're taking it easy with
But
it?
yeah, all is well, man. With my foot, everything feels great. We're just progressively loading. That's it.
For progressively
Loading.
loading.
Graham, how did it feel to kind of, I know you miss craziness, be out there with the fans and all the students going crazy. You had the dunk first play of the game. Just what was that all like for you taking it in?
And the energy was great. That was something I definitely took from craziness, just that energy. And to be a part of it tonight on the floor with these guys and just see all the fans going crazy and having a great time, and, it's a dream come true, man.
Braden, for you, 21 points, 8 of 11, 9 rebounds, you had 2 block shots. How are you feeling first time out there in front of the Kennel crowd against another opponent? What do you think that year off?
The year off was great for me. Definitely at some points was pretty long, but just to be able to get in the gym and get those extra workouts in, as well as kind of see the game from a different point of view, I think was important for me. Kind of like Graham was talking about, just I guess watching it and kind of watching a ton of basketball last year and kind of seeing the speed and seeing how it's just different from high school was big for me. And I think it's allowed me to kind of come into this role that I got this year pretty well, which is nice for sure.
I mean, do you have any connection with the two kids at Yale that are from Chicago?
Yeah, I've worked out with. I was with them both this summer, Danny and John. So, John faced off in high school a little bit, and he's a really good shooter and really good player. So, I'm definitely excited to see those guys and match up against them next week.
How'd you do in high school?
He was tough. He definitely gave our team issues. But no, I think he'll definitely be up there on the scouting report and big focus for us. And yeah, just hopefully we're able to contain him as best we can.
What's it like playing with Ryan that hard? It seemed like you guys had a great 1-2 going. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Man, he just makes the game so easy. Like, we got here on our visit together, and just seeing the kind of player and person he was, that was definitely something I wanted to be around. It just makes the game so easy, not only for me, but for the whole team, as does everybody else on this team. And, yeah, it's just great, man.
Did you guys plan your commitments within an hour of each other? Was that on purpose, or was that just?
Nah, I think it was
you and an hour later.
Yeah, it was just by chance. Yeah.
19 months you had been on the court, not that you're really counting. How much of an itch did you have to get back?
Well, it's actually been 12 months.
Well, I mean game.
Oh, okay, no worries. It's been great, man. Like, I just been staying patient with it. Early on, got a little overzealous and was just itching to get back so early, but it's just a patient game, you know, staying down for the come up, as I say. Yeah, all is well, man. I'm just glad to be back out there with these guys, having a great time.
What's it like for either of you playing it? It looks like you got a lot of guys who can do different things, just kind of IQ on the floor. Is that something you guys sense?
Yeah, it's a fun group of guys. I think everyone feeds off each other really well. Everyone's super unselfish and doesn't really care about individual stats or anything like that. The just main goal is winning. I think we established that from day one. So, yeah, it's a great group of guys. I think everyone's bought in and everyone really understands the game of basketball, and it's pretty effortless to most guys on this team. So, it's been a ton of fun playing with this group so far.
Coach, you said that you guys were able to kind of cut down on the turnovers from the Baylor scrimmage, and said there were a couple other things you guys did better tonight. Anything that you guys can pinpoint that went better tonight than against Baylor down there in Phoenix?
I'd definitely just say the turnovers. Yeah, we just slowed ourselves down, didn't get too sped up tonight. Rebounding was better tonight, I will definitely say that. And just, yeah, everything was great.
Any other questions?
Is that kind of your game, what we saw tonight? Kind of what you do out there?
It's a little bit of what I do. You know, these guys
There's
just
more.
make it so easy. You know,
There's more.
it's just open shots. If I'm not open, get it open to another shooter or something. They can make something happen as well. Like, just, I don't know, whatever's coming to me, it's just flowing. These guys make the game so easy. Like, I'm just going to keep repeating that all year 'cause that's the truth.
All right, thanks, guys.
For sure.
Thank you.